On the back-to-back world champions tomorrow, how exciting is that for you as a playing group to test yourself against the best?
Really exciting. It's been a really good week off the back of a good July series. So the boys are prepared really well and looking forward to the great challenge ahead of us tomorrow.
John de Villiers earlier this week mentioned that Wallabies are under a lot of pressure considering the results from the last couple of years. Do you feel that pressure as a playing group going into a big game like this?
No, not really. I think there's always pressure going into a test match, but we've always, as a group and with our coaching staff, have brought the focus back to ourselves, understanding the good things that we've displayed in the July series and the reasons to why we won those games, and those are the things that we want to continue to build on. And as you mentioned, it's probably the best arena to put that to work, tomorrow against South Africa. So. I think there's always pressure heading into test matches, but to relieve that, you've got to prepare really well, and I think that the boys have definitely done that this week.
Speaking of John de Villiers, a couple of weeks ago he said that there was no man that could turn around the Wallabies, and he said that they might have to find a woman because Joe Schmidt's not the person who can turn around the Wallabies. Do you feel like the Wallabies are being just completely written off by the rest of the world and even showing a bit of disrespect by comments like that?
I wouldn't know. From internally, the boys have so much respect for Joe, the experience that he has, and the way that he carries himself around the group. The boys have really gone around him, especially the coaching staff as well. We all know the rugby IQ and the knowledge that our coaching staff has, and being a part of that, as players, we're grateful. And to be a part of a group that has that knowledge on board, so we can continue to learn, especially guys who are leaders, who have been around for a while, still learning, still growing. That's exactly what you want. So internally, there's a lot of belief on our coach, and we don't really listen to what other people have to say about our group.
Can you use the underdog tag to your advantage?
What we're using is us building on our game. That's what we're using. We have poured a lot of focus into our process, and how we want to continue to grow. And we've got a vision on where we want to be, how we want to play. And we know that we're not the full product yet, but we're building towards that. And there's a great feeling amongst the group. And that's what we're believing in, and that's what we're pouring into.
Has that Schmidt style been kind of gobbled up by the players, in the sense that last year there seemed to be a lot of confusion about the way you were trying to play, etc. When he came and through July, has that been something that the players are really responding to, just the structure and the certainty about what you're doing?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of clarity in our game, especially in the basics of our game, and those are areas that the leaders and the coaching staff have been driving, day in, day out. So yeah, for sure, everyone's on the same page, understanding where you need to be in the field and what role you need to deliver. So that's been a massive step forward.
Alan, always a challenge up front, obviously. How exciting to see Isaac Collier get a shot against the front row.
Awesome. There's no better challenge as a front rower. And the boys have gotten around him. He's been massive for us throughout the July series, for someone who made his debut then. Just his physicality around the field, and the way that he's delivered at set piece has been awesome. So for him to see the form that he's transferred from Super Rugby is awesome, man. And he's looking forward to that challenge tomorrow, as we all are.
Sorry, what does the loss of Taniela mean, and does it add extra pressure personally on yourself?
Not really. Zane, he's been huge for us in the past. He's played against South Africa over there, in a tough arena. He went over there in the World Cup, and so he's gotten a few games under his belt. But most importantly, he's got experience against, great quality teams. And just on Nella, obviously really sad, through what he's going through at the moment, but he's still here with us at the moment, and he's contributed massively throughout the whole week. And it's a testament to him as a person and how much he loves this team and to represent his country. For him to still be here and to be himself and to add value is massive, man. So we're definitely thinking of him and his family and what they're going through at the moment.
And how big a challenge is the South African Type 5? Where do they rate for you?
Oh, they're always a challenge, right? They're well experienced, in terms of the number of test caps that they have, and as a forward pack, we've spoken about that. You know, and we know that that's going to be a massive challenge for us, which we're excited to face tomorrow.
Alan, this is the first time Wallabies have sold out Springbok since 2013, which is pretty incredible. What do you think that speaks to about rugby in Australia?
Oh, it's massive. You know, like, first of all, boys love playing at Suncorp, and then to sell it out is massive for us. You know, and we know that we've got a great supporting base here in Queensland, and we see Suncorp as our fortress, and the reason being is because people always come out and support. You know, so the crowd is going to be massive. Like, we're going to draw on them, you know, every step of the way tomorrow, and to have that backing is going to be great. So the boys are excited by that, and especially to play in front of our fans and family.
And I know there's lots of talk of excitement, but so much has been said about the Springboks' power and size. Is there any sense of intimidation with some of the younger players, and are you helping any of them overcome like those nerves heading into tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's more just you know, letting the boys know, like, nerves is normal. You know, and you know, you're a bit worried if you're not nervous before a test match, and you know, it's no different tomorrow. And we spoke about beginning of the week, like, for you to stand out here and sing that anthem and relieve those nerves. You think back to the way that you've prepared, and we've poured everything into our preparation, into what we've done in July series, for us to know that we're going to be confident, you know, to go out there and to deliver our best and to deliver the plan that we've put forward.
Alan, you got a debut time in the bench, like Rama, you've come through Brumbies with. How much sort of pride do you see in sort of seeing him sort of get a chance to wear that gold jersey?
Yeah, I mean, it's so good for Reams. You know, someone who's definitely earned you know, his opportunity to wear the gold jersey. Like, he's added such great impact, you know, back home in Canberra with the Brumbies, and you know, we all know, like, what he adds off the bench. You know, he can turn the game around through his physicality, through his work at the breakdown, and it's no different, you know, for him tomorrow to focus on what's been working for him and trying his best to deliver that tomorrow.
What can you take out of the match against the Box last year in Victoria? Are there any lessons or things that you can take out of that game and translate them tomorrow?
Yeah, again, I think the biggest learning for us is just to bring it back and focus on the basics of our game, and probably somewhere where we didn't focus too much on, you know, heading into that test in you know, last year. So I think, again, like, that's been awesome in terms of the messaging from the coaches, but that's something that they've been driven from the start. You know, so it's nothing new to us heading into that game tomorrow. So those are areas that, you know, we're going to focus on.
There's a bunch of players from the 2021 win here as well. Can you draw on that kind of confidence?
Yeah, I mean, like, that was great for, you know, our group at the time, and again, like, a bit of seesaw in terms of the scoreboard, and then Big Nell has that carry down, you know, down the sideline. So you know, I think that's everything that you want in a test match. Like, we matched them up front in terms of the set piece, you know, and were defensively good around the park, so we took our opportunities when they came, and yeah, those are the lessons that you'll take from that game, but in any test match.
And the Big Ox. What about the Big Ox?
Yeah, he's, again, like we all know, like, he's probably one of the strongest loose heads going around at the moment. You know, and you're looking at his last game against Ireland, he put on a great performance there as well, and someone who's been good for them, and they really look at leaning on him for his physicality and his set piece, like they do at, you know, for Matt Herbo and Marks as well. So they're all a threat, and again, something that we've addressed as a pack, and you know, we're ready to face.